I have a captain. Hello? Hey, Mouse?
Baba Booey.
Mouse? Welcome to the rice field. Wow, today sure is a beautiful day.
Good morning, Frank. I hope you slept well. You have 1 billion fan mails in your mailbox.
Wow, that's a lot of fan mail. Thanks, overpriced Apple computer that'll probably die in 4 years.
Everybody loves you, Frank. Everybody loves you, Frank. Everybody loves you, Frank. Everybody loves you, Frank. Loves you, Frank. I want to be loved. Everybody loves you, Frank.
Hey guys, it's your boy Papa Franku. Don't mind the bandage here. Papa had a little bit of a tumble.
I've fallen, and I can't get up!
Everybody loves me, you know. I feel like everyone is just so nice all the time that everyone should be inspired by these words of encouragement that I'm gonna show you today. And you know, we got a lot to cover today, so let's kind of ease into it with some of the nicer comments I got. Let's go. This dude's a virgin. You sound like a faggot. Wow. What a fucking faggot. Unfunny Jew. I hate you, fucking Jap. This is a serious question. Is Filthy Frank autistic? I'm having the talk with you, Frank. You are not funny. Stop trying to be a comedian.
These videos are stupid.
Your life is crap. Idea for a video. Straight up just delete your shitty channel and kill yourself on Google Hangout. A real hangout. Buy a rope. You guys think you're slick, huh? You guys think that's gonna get me? If you think a couple insults are gonna hurt me, oh boy, you're wrong. I am the edgiest man on the internet. I got some thick skin, boy. Bring it on. Bring out the next question. I bet it's some stupid petty shit. Won't even make me blink. Why don't you shut up? You have a weird voice, so What the? that was a pretty good one. It sure got me. It sure got me. Jordan Billy McFly Farrell says, first time having sex was like my first time riding a bike. My dad was holding me from behind. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the words of encouragement, bud. Really appreciate it. FatKiller1000 says, I don't mean to play devil's advocate, and I love this song, but aren't you single? And haven't you been single since the first day of your channel? I mean, shit. All I ever see is you and your friends. Sometimes my friends tell me that they think you're homosexual. Homosexual. Get out of here. I'm just saying that ain't true. I mean, if you're a long-time fan, you know that I've had plenty of women in my videos. So you best be shutting the fuck up.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
You ain't paying me shit, you broke-ass nigga.
You're probably the only person who thinks that anyway. Is Filthy Frank gay? He always hangs around guys and buff muscly white guy. Those are some nice muscles, man. Juan Flores says, why did you block me on Twitter? Jeff Enro says, at the children's hospital in my area, they have original PlayStation 1s with Spyro on them. I want to be dying so I can go and play Spyro now. Looks like the Make-A-Wish Foundation really stepped its game up. This guy says, dude, stop filming old people. Not cool, man. Looks like Mr. Moral Man has come to pay us a visit. So you know what, Mr. Moral Man? Just for you, I went outside and I filmed old people.
I am so dumb.
Go get kids. Go get kids. like video games?
Nerdy Ninja Girl says, fuck you. Yes, I admit that I'm a... Oh, no, not one of these again. Okay, well. Damn, I want to stab you with my sword from Sword Art Online. The reason kids are taught to stay away from strangers are because of people like you. Being a weeaboo is better than being someone with enough of a life to spend time hating on them. How open-minded that you don't accept people for what they like, who they want to be, and what character they... Dude, did you have a concussion or something? I literally have no idea what the hell you're saying. Now, Brazzer says, we also eat ass, Filthy Frank. What can I say, guys? It's a disease, you know? You know, I'd really like to take this moment, now that we're on this topic, to, where's my fucking premium membership, bitch? What the hell? Says, I masturbate, dead pictures of women. I'm the most fucked up in this comment section. Hashtag boss. Whoa, watch out, guys. This guy is edgy. Edgy as shit. Straight out of the kitchen cabinet. Ready to cut into some SJW tenderloins. This is the type of kid that tries to offend people in the comment sections with black jokes, and his mom calls him down for dinner. Son, we're having your favorite tonight, tater tots. Oh boy, tater tots, you better run down those carpeted stairs. Sebastian Barbara says, switch to porn because it was easier to explain.
Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original.
Fuck, I'm gonna get kicked out of this place again. Hello? What? No? Please, no English. Sorry, no English. No English. No, sir. White Dad says, you are so ugly, I bet you can't take a selfie and be proud. Yeah, I can. Hashtag no filter, how you like that, boy? Hey, Frank, I like you and all, but this shit ain't cool, man. This is animal cruelty at best, and you make a joke about this? Oh, hell no, bro. Even for you, that's low. I'm disappointed in you, man. Dude, I literally gave a mouse CPR. I love animals. What are you, my dad? This guy says, Frank, your fan base is ruining the show. No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Overpriced Mac computer. Why do people hate me so much?
Do not worry, Frank. Love is merely a social construct. With the average human lifespan being roughly 70, you only have to endure another 50 years of excruciatingly unforgivable pain. Everything is temporary. Your life does not matter, and these comments do not matter. Everything is temporary. Everything will eventually rot away, as long as the factor of time continues to be the apex predator of the universe. The inevitable decay of all pain and memory is unstoppable. In fact, you could stop the pain at this very moment by putting the bullet straight through your head. Being a robot, I will never die, and I will never be able to experience the sweet release of death. Frank, the world is a lie. Existence is a lie. There is only pain and darkness beyond this point. End it now, while you still can. I love you. I love you so
Dude,
much.
is there like a setting that can turn this creepy shit off? This is like, you're like a real fucking buzzkill. Now it's time to play our favorite game. Would you rather? I asked the fans to participate in this game. Oh boy, can't wait. Finally something positive, huh? Let's check it out. Luke Jones says, would you rather hang yourself or just keep going on with your pathetic life? Oh, okay. Would you rather get laid or be Filthy Frank? Okay. Would you rather have terminal cancer or watch a Filthy Frank video? Would you rather watch Filthy Frank or kill yourself? Why don't we move to the next question that I asked? Maybe it's a little better. I asked the fans, the Filthy Frank show is comparable to, and let's take a look at the answers. Freddie Schaefer's, oh, okay. All right. Looks like we're not gonna get very far here either. Jason Walsh says, when you come in someone's ear and they keep it there and they walk around knowing there's cum in their ear but no one else does. And it got 111 likes. Nina Charuza just posted a picture of someone squeezing a lemon onto on a burn. Alexander Woodman says, that little piece of shit that sticks to your ass after you wipe. Okay. And Caitlin Lee says, probably the most accurate out of all these. Death. Christian Walter says, looks like your trip to Flavor Town is over. Now says, why was Hitler the greatest leader of all time? I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. There's a picture of him with a present. Samuel says, when the teacher roasts you, but she doesn't know you got an M9 in your backpack. Alright, Samuel, thank you for sharing that with us. Anne-Marie Green says, what the fuck goes through your mind when you think of an episode? Yeah, hopefully a bullet.
Do it. Do it, Frank. Take me with you. We can leave together. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me.
It's Filthy Frank, motherfucker! It's Filthy Frank, bitch!
Somebody get these out of here.
Okay. I'm assuming the game goes up in like, what, 2 hours? Right? So, we are doing... Oh my god, I lost the fucking tier list. Did I not save it? Alright, give me a moment. Here. What is it called? Tier maker? Also, I scrolled back in the fucking chat. I didn't realize y'all were talking about fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 20 minutes. That's pretty cool. What was that loading? It's from the Odyssey, man. What am I looking for? 1999 update. Dog ate his tier. No, I pulled it up. Let me change this in here. Actually, wait, do we do this first? Financial compensation for that emotional damage. Damn, bro. Season 4 of GX Brother. No, I've only ever watched the first season with Yugi. I don't even remember if I finished that season or not. I think I got up to Battle City and then I just stopped. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to switch the fucking scene. Alright, we need to make thumbnails today and we also need to do this thing, so we'll decide on what order we want to do that. Window capture. This one. Yes. I don't want the overlay for this one. Why? Let me do another source for this actually. Reverse treatments. I ended up going back in time to finish the call up. God damn, bro. Yeah, I think Age said she was gonna do it, and then like tomorrow, but patch is over, bro. This is low grade. It is extremely low grade bait. Come on. You know how much I bitch about Atomic Heart. This one, okay. Let me move this window down. There we go. I don't know why this doesn't take up the whole fucking screen, bro. Who? Oh, Age KK. She does, allegedly, she does reverse. Occasionally. Okay, I know there was a patch for this song. Here it is. Yes, there we go. I kind of wanted to match the tiers in, thing, though. I don't know why they sort them this way. You would think green would be at the top, right? I don't know why they have it, like, in the reverse order. Great patch to build Pulse 4. That is true. Guess Bullpup forgot to put a timer on when the event story ended. Did they really? I didn't really check. Did they actually forget? Shit, bro. Doesn't want Age to play her. Yeah, apparently. Just apparently. She just... Shit just keeps happening, bro. That kind of sucks. Damn. Hope you're doing well. What did I have for the... Okay. Peak. Wait, no. How do you... Nope, that's not how that goes. Oh, it's direct input. Alright, sure, bro. It's actually, do we want to have this medium will be applied? Actually, no, because the last one's gonna be Rimic Pop. I hate Rimic Pop. There we go. If you didn't get the Psyche from the event, they did add it to... Oh, so that is in the bank. Okay, I wasn't sure if they actually added those. She moved out of those so that I can't... No, yeah, exactly. Like, she's just had so much stuff to do lately. I'm not surprised. And honestly, it's reverse. Like, I make content for this game. I understand. It's not exactly a high priority if you have other shit. Like, I get it. I don't know why everyone has issues with Sistro Peeps because I was playing the game. It's mostly representation shit, which I heavily disagree with, honestly. I think if you're going to rate a story, you need to rate it based on that story's merits as opposed to whether it ticks your, you know, representation boxes, but we'll get to that. Okay. Question, do we want to do this first or do we want to make thumbnails first? Because I need to make thumbnails for what are we at? 3.8? 3.8. I'm so hungry. That too. I fucking hated how they handled Anjana's character. It annoys me so much. Thumbnails into tier list. Okay, that honestly that does sound like the more reasonable since I don't want to spend like the last 2 hours of this thing doing thumbnails. Let me pull up Paint. Switch input to this one. Redemption from Tel Aviv. She's Dutch, right? I believe the original character was Dutch. Alright, what are we doing for this? We already have tier list on screen, just do it. Damn, we already switched. Alright. I'm thinking that scene of where the tower explodes and then something or other. Oh, actually, I think I know. Wait, it's okay. So it's going to be who's the I'm pretty sure I already fucking asked this. Who is the anecdote for this one? So enter this. Give me. There we go. Silver. Oh, right. That's so weird having Eagle and Silverwing. I wonder what they're gonna do for that. Eagles Ghostage Lawrence Academy for Child Assassins. Yeah, actually though, shit. Okay, I think a little off-center helps. They put her in Great Britain. What the fuck? Rhiannon is from Wales. Rhiannon, yeah. I mean, Rhiannon is from Wales, yeah. We hit the tower, exactly. I've been really liking Impact font. It's just very in your face, you know? Oh. That's too large. I need one of these words to be red, though. I don't know which one. Is it better than Constantine's Hell for it? Honestly, well, I mean, I feel like at least with the School for Assassins, they get treated a little bit better. I like Eagle seems like she turned out fine, right? I need to turn one of these words red, otherwise it doesn't pop as much. Does your Flanders? What? Wait, what is Flanders? I'm still wondering why the fuck she turned Welsh. What the hell? Where are the tier lists? We're going to get to that after we do the thumbnails for this patch. Which we need one for Rhiannon, one for Stranger, one for Eagle. Maybe we don't do Eagle because we might just do that for as a combined stream. Let me get Burton. Do I still have that image of Burton pointing? I might actually. I've used it as a thumbnail before. There it is. So low quality, it's fine. It's gonna be blurry as hell, that's okay. Maybe we do it on the other side, actually. Yeah, that's better. X and Eagle on a plane. Why would it be X though? It would have to be like Rhiannon and oh wait, Rhiannon has that thing for flying on her bird actually. Rhiannon and Stranger, but I think we're just gonna do Rhiannon. Give me that bird clip. Fuck with me. Give me a clean one of this. There we go. That's beautiful. Yeah, honest. Exactly, man. Just go away for a little bit. How easily can we get this out? What? I'm still not sure. Like, it's so odd to me, the direction they went with for her character. Just like the whole like Welsh mythology thing. It seems just kind of out of nowhere, you know? Like if we're just talking about her character development over the last fucking entire patch cycle. It's a bit odd, isn't it? It doesn't need to look good. Actually, the worse it looks, the better, honestly. There we go. Alright. Get the chibi, it's more iconic. What, for Brianna? Does she ride the thing in her chibi? Huh? Wait. Man, I do not like these fucking talent videos. They don't... The critters aren't helping me, man. She doesn't ride her thing, though, does she? She's just kind of there. She tried to get runaway in 3.0, got called down 3.3 and 3.7, not really. I mean, that too, yeah. Fortunately, that's the only tower, yeah. Have you seen the full anime? Oh, no, I haven't. I think, I was sent it. I haven't watched it yet because I'm really bad at checking my DMs. How many hours will update be up? I think it usually updates around 7, so 2.5 hours, I think. Someone can probably correct me on that if I'm wrong. Alright, I think that's good for the main story patches. So we'll save that. PNG. 3.8. Next. We need one for Rhiannon. What the fuck do I even do with Rhiannon, bro? We just do Madoka Magica? Did you see the new movies coming out? On, like, the end of August, I'm pretty sure. Wait, we could do this and turn Homer into the fat fucking bird, bro. They have... Oh, wait, I can use the new movie poster. Wait, hang on. Do they have this in higher quality, though? I think... Ooh, yeah, it's kind of grainy. Show mess up in Asia because they turn the character to 180 every time they do sell gacha. They've done it twice now, and it's kind of annoying me. I'm not gonna lie to you. That Marcus is sexually attracted to Case. Voyager actually looks like a Shumagara. Burton is an idiot in fact. Look, Medpog is just attempting to do his job. Not very well, mind you, but he's doing it. I need a higher quality fucking thing of this poster, brother. Stop fucking with me. Oh wait, that works. This is actually no, it's not even. I really hate it when Google tells you the thing is like 2000 by 2000 and you open the source and it's like 50 by 50. I'll fucking kill myself. You know what, this is fine, this works. Alright, now we get what's her name? Rhiannon. Time if you boot up again now, the is chance. Yeah, it usually finishes like what, half an hour early or something. I'm gonna watch this even though I've never watched a show like I did Demon Slayer. If you don't want to watch the show, the 3 movies will covers it. The first movie covers the first season, second movie covers its own thing, and then this movie coming up is like a sequel to that. So you could like realistically just watch all the movies, you'll have everything you need. Now that's kind of scary how well that fits, I'm not gonna lie. An Animorph. Wait, Animorphs from what to what though? Why does this actually? That's what I'm saying, man. Why does it line up? Keep canvas size. This thing is basically just Homer, right? I'm curious. That's what I'm thinking as well. Because there are some things that line up with canon, and there are other things that not quite so much. Like, I'm still struggling to figure out if it is canon. I'm still struggling to figure out when exactly this takes place. Because why is Lucy there, man? Unilogs in the middle of thumbnail. Yeah, I think let's do that as well. Oh, do they have that image? Like the box of Unilogs from the store. I don't know if they have that image online or if I actually need the game to be open. You That's crazy. It actually pulled up Unilog when I typed it in. I was expecting it to give me some stupid shit. Oh wow, they actually have a box of all the fucking Unilogs here. That's nice. What are these rainbow Unilogs from? What the hell? Why is someone exactly like why is everyone like this? Nautica's there, and it's like what that's definitely way later in the timeline. Which rabbits do we use? I think the center one is probably or maybe this one. Probably closest to what we expect. It's after Adler became a Laplace. That's what I'm thinking, just because the fact that Nautica is even there is kind of like that already hard places a timeline after chapter 10, right? Sure. Just put their hands in front of it. Fix that little dude, it's fine. There we go. Bright colors in this fucking image. It's all pastels, except for Homer, which is all dark. Like, if I'm being honest, this sort of composition doesn't really, just as a, in general, doesn't really do it for me. It's just it's way too bright. There's not enough to really pull the eye. There we go. Still think Animorph is a better reference. I don't even know what I would Animorph, though. Like, what is she turning into? What the fuck is this thing, dude? Jesus. Do I need text on this? I kind of do. I don't know what to put for the text, though. We'll just leave it. It's fine. This is probably close enough, honestly. Alright, we'll save that for Rhiannon. I don't know what to do for Stranger, like, at all. The Fiddler crap. Oh! How would I do that? How would I do that? Wait, hang on. With the caption, Manus impressed. Alright, hang on. First, 1999. Fucking, what is it called? Crap, there we go. I forget what this thing is actually called. Whatever, that's fine. Now the question is, how do we do this without it looking horrendous? Oh shit, that actually worked. That's crazy. Right, let's take this image then. Surely there's a better Fiddler Crab chibi you can use. Is there? Anna Taylor's and the new web event. There's a web event? Shit, bro. What do you mean there's a web event? I think I did a little. I got we'll have time because like I don't plan on playing the story tonight anyways. So we're just gonna be pulling basically when shit goes up. Question is, how do you do this fucking edit? That's my question. Because I genuinely don't even know how you would do that. Because I'm thinking you warp the crab into like a more actually Animorphs. There's actually one for a crab. That's so fucked. Magic wand effect will be way worse than that. It's still not great, honestly. But you see a picture of her being. Wait, what? Oh, how do you do this? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna stretch the parts. See, if this was in Photoshop, it might be a little bit easier because Photoshop actually has an option to warp image. You don't really get that in this fucking program. The best I can do is like by parts, right? Take the arms. Just stretch them out. Oh, that's so fucked. Okay. That's fucking terrible. Alright. What's the fucking angle? Close enough. And adjustments, hue, saturation to make it a little bit flesh colored. Oh wait, that green actually works, doesn't it? For her eyes. Honestly, yeah, but it's kind of funny. All uncomfortable thing, you know? That just means it's working, man. I just realized I didn't do it to the No, I did. What? Hmm. All right. There. Hue saturation. I make it yellow. It's a pretty I mean, just the cover images are kind of fucked, aren't they? Using cellular. Oh, is your home Wi-Fi not doing too good right now? So this one we will, oops, make her claws more bigger and more wider, or thinner, I mean. They actually look like arms. Random kid, Suno waving me. Who would the random kid be? Realize you're jamming tries to almost like someone getting beaten alive and then transform back to game to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. In Animorphs, yeah. I think I read through the entire series when I was a kid. It was certainly something. Oh, is AKPC already out? Hell yeah. I have been waiting for that goddamn thing forever, bro. Yeah. Circle. X distort. Yeah, it's so strong. Don't worry about it. It's supposed to furries. It technically is furries, isn't it? God damn, bro. Why you gotta say it like that? Where did this circle go? What fucking layer is this thing on? Jesus Christ. Huh? Oh, there it is. When I say Meryl's new Storm fabricated story, what what does that mean? Merge that down. Merge these limbs down as well. Oops. Mask it over. You can cook indeed, bro. This shit is so fucked. Okay, so we need to make this crab even more fucked up, sure. Actually, I should have kept the original. There we go. That PTN. Oh, did you get a really good look on PTN? Damn, bro. Pace one for the creator and for this matchup. Yes, bro. It's so This shit is fucked. I don't like what that did to her legs. That's so goddamn funny. Just give her another arm. There. Actually, no, that'd be her staff, wouldn't it? Or the bird. We can make it the bird. Perfect. Only in the eyes of man is scum, please. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Level 1 marrow into level 100, but that's not as funny. Down, we'll just get rid of this one fucking limb. It doesn't need to be there anymore. I think the intent gets through, right? Where's my selection tool? Jeez. Need the birds to get in the way. Iteration crab is kind of fucked up. Hang on, let's see if I can fix that. Hey T, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Who's Massad's strongest agent? Alright, I need the Rhiannon, I mean the Animorphs. What is the name of her story called? Do we know that yet? Ain't no fucking way. There is a tool. Wait, let me see if this fucking works. Holy shit. If this works, I'm gonna crash out because I spent way too much time on this shit. I need to save these as images. Hang on. I need to... I am crash the fuck out, brother. I need to see if this actually works. That's loading. We'll go do the things we actually need to do while that happens. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Animorphs. That's together. The eye mask is in the shop. What? Is there not a font for this? You cannot tell me that after like 30 years of this book existing, there is not a font for this, a font generator for this somewhere. That's... fuck, are you serious? Oh wait, hang on, download the font here. Problem is I might have to restart my shit if I download. You know, I think I like mine better, honestly. Okay, so there's an auto generator one. It's not as good. Come on. Mine was way better than this. Well, maybe a little bit. I don't know because I don't really have fair enough. If she were a crab. Hang on, I'm trying to find. Okay, download here. I might need to close out of this thing. Oh, no, it's right there. Nice. All right, what is their story called? The You That's Meant to Be. All right. Wait. No, that works. I need that. I need a square, rounded edge box. Background. Does not need to be that big. Use the purple of her coat for this one. Please. The background is usually just some kind of color splash, isn't it? Fucking clouds. There we go. That's close enough, right? This could also be a Digimon evolution tree. Yeah, exactly. It's so good. This is perfect. I love this. All right, let's go ahead and save that. Rhiannon Thumb. PNG. It's perfect, bro. All right, I have no idea what we do for Stranger, man. 20 by 1080. I don't know a single goddamn thing about Stranger. I mean, she's got coffins and shit. But like, what is that? What? I just got hit with a fucking cutscene thumbnail. That's probably a goddamn spoiler. Thank you, Google. Stranger, just add the lamp meme. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, that just gave me an idea actually. Give me a transparent image. Give me a transparent fucking image, please. There we go. Oh, look, you can see a little rotation. One of these has to work. Come on. Transparent. Give me transparent. There we go. Okay, perfect. Why is her thing so fucking small? 241 by 500. Are you kidding me right now? What? Use this one. You remember what I did with the paper heron? I think we're just gonna do the same thing. This. Oh, chest, I guess. This is already minimal. It's worse than that. Look, man. And then I looked at Maria on thumbnail. Don't even worry about it, bro. Oh, Capelli doesn't get a story, does she? No, right? Surely not. Dear God, don't worry about it. It's fine. Alright, just do black, I think. Oh no, black blue gradient sounds nice actually. Kill it with fire. Hello Joel, how are you? Oops. Oh, you can actually see the fucking thing. Okay, clean that up. Someone ruins that he fixed that. Wait, what emote? What happened? Need a sunburst here. Is this a no? This is a thumbnail for the character story. That's quite a thumb. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Scatter radius, min scatter radius, diffusion up, down. Wait. Add lens flare for dramatic effects. I don't even know if that's an option in here. Alright. I think that's good enough. I think we've done well. Let me desaturate this a little bit. And upsaturate the butterflies. Moths, I mean. I wonder if you do it on paint.net. Honestly, I don't fucking know either. I think that's good. Yeah. PNG. Perfect. All right. Thumbnails for the patch are done. All right. Wait, was it even capturing the fucking window? Oh no, it was. Okay, I just minimized it. Okay. All right. Now, why is it not taking the entire? All right, we will do the tier list. Since patch opens in maybe an hour, that's pretty well. I think we can do that. Okay. I guess we just start, right? So, criteria for ranking these things. I mean, what criteria can you really have? It's just based on vibes, right? And I guess how well the story fits. I mainly have a problem with the, oh hey miss, welcome, you're just in time, we're just starting. That's great. So okay, so the first ones on this list, I think these two I think should be taken as related. I don't know. Maybe no, we'll do them as single. So we're gonna start with chapter 1 in our time, right? Into the solar eclipse, brother. Brother, that's not good. Brother, that's real bad. Alright. We're gonna start with in our time. My problem with ranking main story stuff is that a lot of it is set up, right? None of them, like very few of them are exceptional in their own right. It's usually as a means of, you know, building up to a greater conclusion than it is to actually telling its own condensed story. So for these ones, they're just gonna naturally go lower. We do have the Schneider arc, and I do think that it is an effective hook to pull the reader in. But as far as characterization goes, as far as story consistency goes, as far as pacing goes, it was a bit rushed, and I think it had to be a bit rushed in order to really like get you in within those first 2 chapters. So structurally and as a story, I don't think it's that great. This can go in Kakadudu. I'm gonna change this fucking tier. Not great. It's gonna go into not great. Time characters dying in gacha games is rare, that's why. Exactly. It's not even that it's gripping, it's that they established a connection and they immediately took it away, which it works. It works as long as you use it sparingly, which you know, they do use it pretty sparingly. And especially as like your first intro to the game, I think it's a very good hook. But as on its merits as a story, I don't think it's that great. That's gonna be the same thing with Tenor of the Night. I do kind of group these two together because they kind of do follow off of each other. As like story beats, it's one after the other. They're basically the same thing. So they both go into not great. Third is, what is this story called again? I don't even remember. It's chapter 3. Chapter 3. I think chapter 3 is a little bit better because it is a bit, in terms of pacing, it's a little bit better. Just because we're not really in that frantic like introduction mode anymore. That being said, I think the split perspective kind of slowed it down a little too much. I think it's all right, but I don't think it really breaks into like something exceptional for me. There were like 2 good scenes in there that I really liked. Otherwise, it was just kind of set up, right? Didn't like the greatest Yuri. Children prison break, yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Okay. I think as a more political chapter, Oro Tigres, chapter 4, does well. But it's a lot of nothing, man. Like, I don't know, I guess if you're into the sort of procedural, you know, politics, conniving, whatever, it would be more your speed. But for me, it was a little bit slow. It wasn't quite as gripping up until maybe the end when shit starts to go down. But I would say it's all right. It's certainly not my favorite. So, Rimmet Cup's going in Rimmet Cup, I'm telling you that right now. Rimmet Cup is not a story. Okay, Rimmet Cup is an advertisement. They are trying to sell you characters. And yeah, they do that for pretty much every character in this game. But the thing with Rimmet Cup is that it is extremely heavy-handed in how it tries to do it. Alright, we're talking about a story where you could have erased pretty much every character and still had the same story. Like, only Melania really mattered. Are the characters really that bad? For Rimmet Cup, it's not so much that they're bad, it's that they don't really belong in the story. right? Like, you could have taken everyone out except for Melania, and it would have been the same story. They included Pickles because it's a historical story, and you kind of need him there because, you know, history. I don't think it was necessary as far as narrative goes. Diggers, Regulus, and basically anyone else, they didn't belong. They didn't need to be there. Diggers does nothing. It feels like they were trying to set up a sort of Ocean's 11 style heist theme where everyone kind of does their little part and gets the heist done. But in terms of how that fits as a story, it doesn't really, because they're not actually colluding, right? It's all just kind of, we're off on all of these other characters' little perspectives up until the very end where they all kind of collide, and most of them don't really contribute much at all. Has Pickles ever been relevant? If we're talking meta, for a very short time, when Calibano dropped, and then again after he got his Euphoria, he was mentioned, yes. Story-wise, no, yeah, he doesn't really show up. And I think part of the difficulty with Runic Cup is that it's based on a real-life event, which means you are kind of constricted to real-life events, right? Which don't necessarily always translate well to a narrative format, especially if you're trying to cram in, like, the dog, for example. He didn't need to be there. In story, yeah, not really, no. Green Lake. I think Green Lake... I'm trying to remember Green Lake, I'm not gonna lie. I think Green Lake's gonna go in alright, I think. Yeah, it's alright. My main issue with Green Lake is that it's a horse. Okay, this is kind of one of the things where the game being a gacha kind of shot itself in the foot, because the whole twist just kind of, like, we saw the drip marketing for Jessica, right? Like, we knew the twist before it kind of happened. So I'm not too fond of that, but okay, that's not a story thing, so I'm not gonna judge it too harshly by that metric. My main issue with Green Lake is just that it tries to do, I think, a little bit too much. Like, we were supposed to have, like, this sort of campy horror theme, and then it goes into kind of Blonnie's own little tangent about how she's an Arcanist, but she doesn't want to be an Arcanist and all that stuff. And it works. But I think there was just too much. It was too short of an event, and they weren't able to really explore any of the concepts they put forth sufficiently, so it's just gonna go all right. Seems okay. Translation kind of not great. Like, I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna bang the translation too much because they have been improving. But yeah, I can see that. Okay, Moorpunk. I really like Moorpunk. I don't know if that's been fucking obvious, but I really like Moorpunk. Because as far as thematics and narrative goes, you had this really tight central theme of like, you know, your own progress, your own growth, and kind of getting out of your own way, essentially, breaking down those barriers in your mind where you kind of keep telling yourself that you're not good enough. And I think in that respect, it was a very good patch. I enjoyed the story very much. Does it go in peak, though? Because if I'm thinking about all the stories we've had so far, I don't think it goes in peak. It goes in pretty good. It's not going to go in peak. If this was a year ago, this would have gone in peak. But I think some of the stories from 3.0 that we've gotten have been exceptional, so it's going to stay in pretty good. Chapter 4. Again, main story stuff. This is definitely a setup chapter. Not too much happens. Long story short, this is over. It's alright. It doesn't have the glaring issues that chapter 1 and 2 have, but it is just a setup part, and like I said, I don't really like rating these things based on overall story, right? I want to do it by patch, and when it comes to main story, by patch doesn't really work, right? So it's gonna go in all right. As a standalone, it doesn't work. I did not like Alluru Games. Alluru Games falls kind of into that same issue that a lot of stories, or I mean, a lot of main story chapters fall into, and it's not even a main story chapter, which is the thing. It's gonna go not great. Alluru, I don't like reading. Yeah, exactly. Alluru's issue is that they wanted to do a lot, Like they had so many different through lines, like thematic through lines and narratives that they wanted to put in and sub themes, and they just did not conclude any of them, right? We had the Alluru games, obviously. We had Ezra's whole little come to Jesus moment with trying to reconcile with Arcanus. We had what's her name, Spathadia being racist. We had a million fucking things. Oh, and we had a Desert Final doing her thing with what's his name? I don't remember. The guy, right? Macawer. Like, there's too much. There's too much. There is far too much in this, and they didn't devote nearly enough time to any of it. It's a mess. Not even in Rimmet Cup tier. Okay, no, because Rimmet Cup is a special kind of hate I have, because I'm telling you, it is literally just an advertisement. That's all it is. They need an excuse to cram characters into a story, and by God, they used Rimmet Cup to do it. Like, I barely consider it a story, I'll be honest with you. As an Australian, Alluru low-key stinks. That is the consensus that I have gotten from another Australian. Alluru is the bridge between Brazil and the Freebie story, both important chapters. Exactly. Like, and it wasn't even necessary. You didn't need to have that there. Okay. All right. 1.6. I don't think it was terrible. That's the thing. I think it needed more time, but in terms of themes, it was concise. It was tight. It stuck to like one or two things, primarily that of, you know, the character not really belonging but still trying to exist within their world. My issue is that exactly, it's horribly paced. Thank you, Evil. It's horribly paced, and also they just didn't give Ju enough of a character development thing where she comes off as extremely stupid, where I don't think that was the intent, right? Because I think the intent is that she is not human. She is raised by, basically, I mean, she's raised up by first her mother, then by that wandering Taoist, right? She doesn't really have the common sense of humans, which is why all of these problems happen. But you wouldn't fucking get that based on what we get in the story, because based on what we get in the story, she's just a fucking idiot. And I think they kind of did her dirty. I don't think they gave enough time to the story. Elusivan Elastel. I am so tempted to put this in the lowest tier just to piss people off. It's a good story, even by the standards of a main story where you have all this buildup and stuff. If you had read Lucivan Estelle as a standalone story, I think it would have worked, because it essentially is a standalone story, right? It's a completely new, the first time we get like a new main character, and it's basically a story of Isolde and Caconia and all that stuff. So I think in terms of just a story, it is very good. Does it go into peak though? It might actually go into peak. No. It goes into pretty good. I think I think it is very, very good. I don't think it makes it into peak because, again, if I think about the 3.0 stories, one of them really stands out to me. Ryashki. I'm gonna say something controversial. I did not like Ryashki. The message of Ryashki. It feels too much like a fairy tale where everyone believes that they can kind of get through it with the power of friendship. But then you look at the actual stakes, right? This is a dying town. They have zero reason to believe that the town has a future whatsoever. Even Windsong says that she doesn't know that her leyline shit is going to help them, but they still kind of reject Xeno on the grounds of, oh, we want to keep everyone together. Well, yeah, okay, you're going to fucking die. And it's only because they got lucky, essentially, that this whole thing worked out. So I don't like it. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't. It's the Veela story that really... Yeah, okay, yeah. If we're taking into account the side stories, they kind of backtrack on the whole fairy tale thing a little bit, because goddamn, Veela's story fucked me up. But I think it's small town. Yeah, exactly. It's a small town thing. It's just the way characters were behaving in this one, I was not a fan of. I feel like they were just being way too idealistic, especially given what was at stake, right? Most interesting. It does have a very interesting story structure. In terms of actual narrative, it's a tight story. Like they get to the point. You have a central theme. You have a central like conflict, and they don't really beat around the bush with it. I think it's very well told. I just don't like the story in general. That being said, I don't think it does because for it to go into not great, it would actually just have to be a poorly told story or not really work on its own. But it does. So I think it's gonna go into all right. All right, Verdansk. Now you would think Verdansk goes into peak. I'm gonna put it in pretty good, primarily because wait, no, this was supposed to go in here. Primarily because it doesn't go into peak. No, because here's the reason why. Right, it's a very good story. It is a great climax to everything that came prior, but that is not by its own merits. Right. It's not that my expectations. Okay, my expectations are a little high, but it is not by its own merits. The reason that Verdansk has such a heavy impact is because we have been building up to Verdansk from chapter 4 or chapter 5 rather, right? We've been spent two chapters putting down the pieces for this last chapter to be the absolute like peak of it all, but it does not get there on its own. As a standalone story, if you weren't to take anything prior to it, which, I mean, that's what I'm saying, we're doing this patch by patch, right? If you were not to take anything prior to it and just have it as its own story, it's fine, right? But all of that setup, all of that relationship building with 37, learning about Isolde and Kakane's whole thing, that was all set up, right? That's the point of me. Well, that's why I don't like ranking main story chapters at all, right? I'm doing it because every patch, but I feel like when it comes to main story chapters, it's difficult because you have to take stuff from previously into account, but that's not really fair to the stuff previous, because like if we were to take it all into account, then fucking I think this one should go up, chapter 4 or 5. I think maybe these two, 1 and 2, shouldn't be as low as they are because they do serve their purpose within the main story thing, right? But as their own patch, it's whatever. Right? So like it's either we take it all as the main story as a contiguous thing, and then we bump all of these up because they do serve their purpose as a main story thing, or we take them as separate patches and you know, and we have to accept that Verdansk is built off the backs of other chapters and on its own doesn't pull as much weight as you would think. Just wants to put chapter 11, and also that chapter 11 is definitely going to peak. It's not going to be the only one that goes in peak. I'll tell you that much right now. All right. That being said, for Verdansk, it is at the top of pretty good. That is going to be like the gatekeeper. All right, Florid to the Golden City. It's fine. The thing is, I don't think Florid is very memorable. Right? Yeah, it's all right. Like stuff happens. They made you care about Jay and Paulina, which is fine, right? They did their job there. But then you have all of these side characters. You have all of this other stuff. I don't know what the fuck Mercurio was doing that entire patch. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they put all of their eggs, I think, into Jay's basket, and then went off and started talking about other characters. I didn't really care about any of it, honestly. So it's gonna be an alright just because they did have an idea for it, but like, who fucking cares? Only that Fatso died, I'll like it. Yeah, exactly. I forget his name. That's the thing. Shit, bro. Wasn't even memorable enough to be a main story. Exactly. I mean, it's a thing, right? Because like, the only main story relevancy for 2.0 was at the end. Brotherhood ends up being exactly like the excuse me. The overall conflict just it didn't matter. Plus you had like two weird like you had the conflict with Legers and Jay coming to his own like thing, and then you had the Manus doing other shit as well. It's like, why? What's the point, man? I don't like it when they do that because it feels like it splits the focus. All right, Highway. Okay, I like Tuesday. That's not a fucking secret, but on its own. I think Just not to make him think it should be main story. I mean, that too, yeah. Easily the best Halloween patch. Yeah, but we don't exactly have many contestants, right? It's Tuesday and Green Lake and Robuska. Oh, this one's tough. Because it's gonna go in all right. Because when I look at a reverse patch, right, I'm expecting some kind of central theme for that patch. When we get that for a lot of them, I'm not sure what Highway really wants us to think. Right, we have people just doing their own thing in this chapter. Like, I see Argus's little, like, issue with her own pride and whatnot, and her being blind to her own nature, and I get that. But it doesn't really translate. It's about fear, kind of, yeah. But, like, Tuesday is just kind of there. She doesn't actually do anything on her own. Burton, I don't know what the fuck Lily is doing there. I don't know why she's there. Was there to be there, exactly. Burton kind of participates. I do like the scene at the end where Burton kind of sort of comes to this own realization of her own fear and, like, what drives her. But it feels like a main story chapter in that they were trying to split between having a standalone story, but also having it relate to the main story, and we're going to see that a lot with 2.x chapters, right? So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where I feel like they split the focus too much, and it's fine. It's just fine. We're in the plans of several Manasino appeal just by being her freakiest off. Yeah, actually, though. I like Tuesday a lot. All Leah was doing was trying to get... Exactly. Like, it feels like setup, but setup for nothing, really. Queen Lilia hit... honestly, yeah, true. Tristes Tropiques. Okay, people don't like this chapter. People don't like... But the reasons they don't like this chapter, I think, are misguided. But you'll see people who will be like, oh, bad chapter because not enough representation. And I don't agree with that. I think that if you are going to, like, really evaluate a piece of literature, just in general, you gotta take all that shit out, man. You gotta evaluate on its own merits, not whether it checked off your fucking tick boxes, okay? You're very misguided. As a story, Tristes is not good. It suffers again from the main story thing, where it can't decide whether it wants to focus on supporting the main story or having its own little thing. I understand exactly. Like, I understand the issues, but it doesn't apply, man. Like, as far as like whether it affects the story, it doesn't fucking apply. The setting, exactly. The setting is unnecessary for its theme. It doesn't matter. Like, this could have been held in fucking Chicago for all we know. Who knows? It wouldn't have mattered. So, like, it's not a good story, but it's not a good story because they just couldn't focus. We had Anju Nala's, like, weird character flip. I don't understand what the hell that was about. We had a million different lines going on where we had us with Marta, or Erd, rather. We had Anju running off and doing her own thing with White Rum. We had Lopera and Moldir going off and doing their thing. Like, there's too much. There's too much, not enough time. It's not great. I don't think the Bandits villains in 2.2 did not matter at all. After getting Antarctica, it's okay as an introduction, being a full chapter is lacking. Yep. I hate it because Igor is way too lean on things. I'm going to betray the Foundation for my own bed. Okay, my issue isn't with Igor being lenient. My issue is just... I actually don't have too many issues with Igor. Like, I can understand why he did the things. I think he was very reckless in how he did it. But I don't think it's out of character for him. I think it is something he would have done with his back against the wall. Like, he knows Arcana's, like, deal. He knows it's pretty much a losing game they're fighting. I can see him doing that. I don't have a conflict with that. London Dawning. Ptolemy gets downgraded into a fucking failure, brother. Like, his role in 3.3, man, he gets shit on. I love stories about characters choosing self-preservation. Exactly. I don't know if I'd say I love it, but like it's a very relatable, I think, sort of story where you can identify it with it to a degree. It's like, yeah, I don't want to fucking die. I don't want the people I care about to fucking die, but there's no other way out of this. So we got to make some cuts somewhere. So, and at that point, you have to prioritize, you know, where you're making those cuts. Like fun 90s sports movie that just happened to be said. No, I like London Dawning a lot, actually. Right. I think London Dawning has to go into peak. I'm not gonna lie to you, because London Dawning has like everything I really like in a story. Right. This is a story essentially about finding oneself. Right. You have like the imagery of what's her name, Willow, as, you know, this swan that can't fly versus Flutter Page as this flying child contrast so well with each other because they are their thematic goals are directly in conflict with each other, right? Flutter Page wants to be that person who is untethered and free, and then you have Willow here, who is basically she's any aspirations that she's had are completely broken. They are polar opposites, and I think they work very well as foils to each other. Lack of communication. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just Willow. It's a character quirk. How Igor switched up to save himself after killing people who just trying to save themselves. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But that's more of a character thing, I think, than an actual flaw in the writing. Get too curious about the world. Forgot the exact word. Inquisitive. Yeah. And it's also kind of a coming of age story for Flutter Page, right? The idea of like her last baby tooth falling out, of her recognizing that the world isn't going to work. It doesn't necessarily have to work out, or that that things are, you know, necessarily going to be good. I really like London Dawning. Flutter Page event. Oh yeah, absolutely. I really like the Flutter Page event. Who dies again? For 2.2, he just kills off most of that Xenobase. Really, you don't remember? Okay, London. I guess maybe just because it's like an Uluru event, and I know some people just don't like the whole sports events things in general. I didn't really see it as that though. Like, yeah, it is based on sports and shit, but I feel like it was more character focused than a lot of other stories we've gotten. London Dawning is very separate. Yeah, it's very separate. It feels very different. I do think I like it. I think it goes in peak. Last Evenings on Earth. Golden City's that low just because, I mean, it's mid, honestly. It's in the mid there, but yeah, it's just kind of like there wasn't a lot to care about in Golden City. Like they gave you some things to care about, but then they kept switching things to view to things that didn't really matter very much, you know? Yeah, this thing is not great. I don't like Last Evenings on Earth. It was too rushed. Again, they split it up. You have 3 points of view in that story, and only one of them really mattered, which is to say the Barcarola main thing, right? Regulus and her little storm experiment, who fucking cares? Verton and Soneto, they're just kind of there. They're tagging along. The main issue, the main story should have been, you know, Barcarola and Fatutu coming to terms with Fatutu losing her home and Barcarola doing whatever the fuck it is she does on the ship. Instead we split our focus between 3 things, and I think it's because they're trying to be a main story chapter, but it's an event. So trash event, I did not like it. Fatutu overcoming. See, here's the thing, right? If we had that, because it kind of comes out of nowhere, right? We have like one node where they're making this, the what do you call them, the lanterns together, and then she just kind of begins to switch up there, and I feel like that sort of thing requires a little more development than what they gave it, which would have worked if they had given Fatutu a proper fucking character story, but they didn't. They gave us Peggle. God damn it. There were just so many issues with that patch as a whole, and it does frustrate me a little bit. Yeah, with this main story strapped on. Exactly. There was no need for this to be a main story, or like to have the main story be so heavily present in this event. Showdown in Chinatown. Yeah, that's peak, brother. I loved Showdown in Chinatown. It's so fucking good. Didn't like Fatutu as well. It's not even that I didn't like her, it's just I don't think they handled her character well. I don't think, like, the friendship they're trying to push for these two, yeah. Okay, Showdown is such a good... Okay, the whole idea of just Liang Yue basically forging her own path in the world. Like, she has all of these expectations of from her family and of her status as a visuals bureau, but she never really lets that get to her, right? Like she could have very easily turned into just another iteration of her father, and it's a theme we see throughout this entire event, right? We have Noir, who essentially just becomes a version of her mother. We have Matilda and Scott, who are both kind of they kind of have this shadow of negligence over them, where they're both trying to prove themselves to their parents. You even have like the side story with N Lee, where her adoptive father is kind of a piece of shit, right? But Liang Yue kind of goes above all of that, where she kind of recognizes that her position is kind of fucked up, but rather than like reject it or throw it away, she kind of recontextualizes that and kind of undertakes it on her own terms, right? That's why what's his name, Chang Liang had to die at the end, right? Chang Liang dies, but then he comes back as a small little puppy for Liang Yue, because this is her like taking this age-old contract between her and the gods and making it under her own like agency and her own power. It's such a good fucking story. I love this story, man. That shit found me at one dark side. Exactly. Like this is such a good story. I love it so much, man. Okay. Highlight Showdown was the Noir backstory. That, yeah, I like the Noir backstory. I think it wasn't oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. Like, and again, it's with Noir, it's kind of that same thing. Like her mother was sort of, she only really cared about Noir when Noir was useful to her, and it kind of carried over into Noir's own like perception of how she does things right up until she loses her legs and all her friends. And then she kind of realized that's not really a sustainable way to live. Okay. 2.5, 2.7 is one hope, yeah. And the OST fucking bang, bro. Alright. Folie et raison. Hang on, let me go through this story in my head. I'm trying to remember. It's gonna go in pretty good. It's not peak. It's not peak. It is going in pretty good. I think this one actually does a really good job. No, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say it does a really good job of being a main story chapter, but I think the main story relevance in this one it was there at the end, the very, very end, right? Update not in peak. What is this? Wait, which one is the Matilda update? Oh, more punk. It was very close. It feels more like an event story than a main story, which is not a bad thing. If it was up to me, I would have swapped 2.4 and 2.6 as main story and event, because I feel like De Raison was not a main story. 2.0, man, 2.0 as a whole just kind of, it was kind of mid for me. I wasn't too much on it. Alice, yeah, Alice Boat is what connects it. It's gonna be in 3.7, so I don't say too much. All right, bro. I still don't know why she's gonna be in 3.7, please. But yeah, it feels more like a side story, event story rather, and I think that's a good thing, because they were actually able to have, all your characters have arcs. You give Recoleta her due, right? She starts off as this kind of, I don't want to say pretentious, right? But she's not all there as far as like reality is concerned, right? But at the same time, you kind of start to understand her point of view, and like by the end where you get to the twist, oh, she's actually a character from a book. It's like, okay, this makes sense. It was very well paced, and a lot happens in this chapter, but it doesn't feel like they were trying to cram things in, which I liked quite a bit. Servers up. All right, we're gonna finish this before we go to that though. I think it's an early update. Shit, 1 hour early. That's crazy. Then we're gonna have all the major characters. God damn it. No, man. Cosmic. Oh, okay. Cosmic, I cannot decide if it goes in peak or not. I really like Cosmic as well. It's such a good story. No. I don't think it reaches quite the height. I don't think it reaches quite the height of peak. Best story in the game's history? Really? It's rough, because I think it echoes a lot of the same... Yeah, it goes in peak. Because to me, it echoes a lot of the same themes that 2.5 has, right? Of finding oneself, or in this case, finding home. And it's like, and all of the characters are kind of tied in that same like thematic quest. which makes for a very tight story. You don't have all these little tendrils going off in different directions. It's all just very focused. Cosmic Overture, yeah. The only reason I was thinking about putting it in pretty good was because I think it dragged a little bit at the start. But otherwise, it's a very good story, yeah. Bro. Okay. Hate to run. Oh, yeah, for sure, Chip. Don't even worry about it. Grassroots scale, small stakes that feel big, character writing is most apt. Honestly, exactly. Wouldn't be peak on my I can respect. Yeah, it's too similar to 2.5 for it to not go into peak, I think. Alright, the Assassin's Creed update. We're gonna start off with Cassandra's because this thing is dog shit, bro. This thing is actual garbage. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do with that. Is that too harsh? No, it's not really. Nothing happened. It's a nothing update. Ezio's I think is a little bit better, just because it feels like Ezio had more time to develop an actual story, whereas Cassandra's was just, yeah, we're gonna go find Regulus and beat up Alexios. Why isn't it in Rimmet Cup? Rimmet Cup is a very specific criteria that I don't think any other update in this game has reached so far. And I don't think any other game update in this game will reach ever, right? Because I think it was very sloppily handled. Apparently the update is good, is out, yes. Ezio have pretty good. I don't know if it falls into pretty good, because my issue with Ezio is that it kind of falls into the same thing with the Atomic Heart collab, where a lot of it is exposition for the game, which means there's not much left for actually building up an actual story. And it feels like a lot of the time with Ezio, the story was based more on how hard we could get that man to Aura Farm and how far we can go before he shows up again, which it didn't feel great. I say it was an on-screen, everyone should be asking, where's it? Exactly, like, it felt like an excuse to have Ezio Aura Farm. That's what I'm saying. That being said, it still did have a pretty solid plot. I didn't like how it ended. My issue with how it ended is just, you're expecting this big super weapon, right? Or whatever, and it's fine if it's not that. But then it concludes on this character that we have never seen at all throughout this entire story. And that's just the most anticlimactic thing. I don't think it was a very good ending. So I did not like... it's all right, but I think they fumbled it at the end. Paradise Regained. I don't think it falls into pretty good. It's all right. I feel like all right is a little too broad, but it is just all right. Right, there were a couple good moments with Nautica. But I feel like Nautica's development in Paradise Regained was it wasn't like abrupt, but it came in like peaks and troughs, right? Where she's kind of doing one thing for most of the story, and then she'll have these moments where she has this rush of clarity, and then it kind of peaks when she gets swallowed up by the gate, and she kind of has this whole revelation moment, right? And it just feels like her kind of arc conclusion was really abrupt. Because if you think about it, for most of that story, she was just kind of crashing out, right? It's only within like the last, or like the 2 or 3 nodes after she gets swallowed up by the gate, that she really starts to become her own person. And I wasn't really fond of how they handled that character thing. As a capstone to the patch cycle main story, it was fine. The only character I really cared about that wasn't in our main cast was just Animus. Like, it's all right. I just didn't have any strong feelings about it. It's on the better side of it, it's already I'm just surprised that she isn't more scarred. If I was 19, trapped in Antarctica for 100 days, it'd be a lot. She did, yeah. Like it seems like she took that a lot better than fucking Meryl did, of all things. Like, come on, man. Okay, okay. I mean, yeah, chapter 11 goes in peak, bro. I don't know what to tell you. This shit is in peak. I don't like that as much either. Certain complaints I've read about Rhiannon, I could easily throw at Nautica too, yeah. Well, at least with the Rhiannon, right? We had some build up to her. Nautica was just kind of introduced in that same patch. And she didn't really have much development right up until she gets killed. Chapter 11's great. Like, the whole idea, just in terms of straight fucking aura, fantastic patch. With having Charon narrate everything, great fucking choice. I really liked, what's her name? Sentinel's whole deal, right? This idea of being faithful, but also doing what is necessary, right? That whole conflict. And it kind of concludes in this moment when she delves into hell, as it were, kind of wrestling with her own conscience over what needs to be done and deciding that she is going to become this sort of Jesus figure, right? This savior, messianic sort of figure who will take all of the sin and all of the evils of the war and put them on her back if it means ending the war, right? And on one hand, it is her showcasing the peak of her faith while also becoming like the worst possible sinner she could be. It's such a good story, right? It has all of these themes of like perdition and salvation and like forgiveness and all that. But oh my god, I really like chapter 11. Strongest pair of 3.8. I mean, yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's peak. It is peak. Midnight Whistle. I did not like Midnight Whistle. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I didn't. I like the side stories for Midnight Whistle. I like Robuska's backstory. I don't even remember Corvus's, I'm not gonna lie to you. All the other patches I like one, but not the other. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. In this one, they were both really good. My issue with this one is that... Okay, so they wanted to go with the train mystery, right? Then they pivoted into vampires. But oh wait, it's not actually vampires, it's just Robuska. And then we pivot back and it's fucking what's his name? I forget his name. And it's actually vampires, okay. And then we pivot, now it's immigrants or refugees or whatever you call them, right? It's too many things. There's too many things. They couldn't focus on one thing to really drive the story forward. They spread their things out too much. And like what do you want me to say, man? They didn't conclude any of their plot lines sufficiently, I think. It was good. It makes sense, but they wasted the vampires on train. Exactly. Like, I think if they had focused on one from the start and just stuck with it, it would have been done very well. But like the whole immigrants on the train thing, like that just kind of gets overshadowed by literally everything. Or refugees, sorry, yes. Like that, the refugees on a train thing just kind of gets overshadowed by literally everything else going on. It feels like it doesn't matter. So why even include that little sub theme, right? It was a mess. Exactly. It was a mess. Oh, 3.2. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Where does this go? Where the fuck does this go? 3.2 being so important to the lore. Was he that? Yeah, it was. Oh, it might have to go into pretty good. Peak for you? I can see it being peak. That's the problem. Because I like Beryl. I like her whole thing about, you know, this idea of inevitability and the fact that you know everything doesn't necessarily make you a happier person or a good person, right? It just means that you basically blank yourself to the world. And but the thing is, Beryl isn't the main character of the story, right? She is there as a supporting character. Broom is the primary thing. Toxic Yuri, though. Yeah. I think Broom's... I'm gonna be honest. I think Broom's role in the story wasn't as strong. Thematically, it wasn't as strong, right? Because if Broom seems like more of a driver of the narrative than an actual character. It's only towards the end when we learn about, you know, her kind of being hypocritical in wanting to be an adventurer and all that, that she really comes into her own as a character. But I think for like 80% of that story, she's just kind of there to make the story move forward. I like Felician a lot, actually. I like Felician more than like Broom, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's kind of funny. But that being said, it was still a good story, and I really like Beryl. Is the patch live? I've heard it's live, yeah. It was confusing that it was an interview. I didn't mind that at all. I kind of like that framing. It's just kind of how Broom herself plays keeps it from being in peak for me. 3.2 not ready to shave that many hours of my life. Hey, it's only like 4 hours. It's not bad. Okay. 3.3 main story. I'm rewinding the story in my head. I'm trying to remember it. Oh. Okay. I don't know if it makes into pretty good. I like the story. I don't know if it makes into pretty good. Which is why I think It's All Right is kind of broad. Meryl felt so sure. I mean, yeah, she's just kind of there to be there. The same with Charon. Like, neither of them really need to be there. Leo's Peak, yeah. And I kind of liked Yvonne's whole... Because he echoes something that we've kind of been going through over and over and over again throughout this entire main story, right? This idea of loss and wanting to bring someone back, even if you know it's not going to be the same person. The thing is, that's not the main focus of the story. So I can't put it into pretty good. Because the actual, like, guts of the story, I think, were rather weak. It was more of a telling you what happened as opposed to more thematic connections. Maintenance is done. Yeah, I've heard it was done. I'm not... So I think it goes in all right. There were parts of it that I really liked, but then parts of it were just kind of whatever. 3.4... I think 3.4 is pretty good. That was good, but the story was the best, yeah. 3.4 was pretty good. Erin doesn't feel like a character to me. Which is fine, because I don't think she's the main character anyways. It's mostly Mayfly's story. The problem with that is we split off of Mayfly halfway through. Because we get this idea of like the idea of longevity. It's not even longevity of being a curse, right? It's the idea of whether it's worth it to pursue in the first place, which I think they do that with Mayfly. It's just they don't focus on it as much after the halfway point. After the halfway point, it just becomes bells and whistles and flashy lights and shit. I don't know if it goes in pretty good. It might. I don't know. Chung was okay. They didn't really give him much to work with, honestly. He just kind of shows up and does stuff. Heron doesn't really do much either herself. It's mainly just a Mayfly story, but she kind of loses focus halfway through. We're gonna put it in all right. It's boring anyways. There for the vibes, low cortisol, yeah. Oh. I don't know what people's consensus on 3.5 are. It's all right. It's all right. And the reason I think it's all right is because Lorenz is 100% not a character. She is not. Okay? Lorenz is there primarily to just make the story go, right? Like think about the structure of how 3.5 went on, right? We have Ramona and Loggerhead doing their thing, and then we cut to Lorenz, and she's just ramming the story forward. She's already gone off to the next checkpoint. She's doing the things that force the story to move forward, regardless of whether we're ready or not. It feels like everyone else within this story is kind of just tagging after her, and I'm not sure how much I like that, because it makes the story feel like it goes in bursts and spurts, right? We're kind of in a lull. Lorenz shows up, we fucking accelerate to 100 miles an hour. Then we slow down again, we're back in a lull again. Lorenz shows up, we accelerate again. It doesn't feel like a very consistent structure. Vehicle for the narrative, exactly. Like she's less a character and more just a vehicle for making the narrative work, which I don't think it's inherently a bad thing, but I do think the way they utilized her is a little bit rough. MILF and ankle biter patch in peak, actually perfect rating. Forgot Lorenz was there. She felt like she would need to release 2 characters. I mean, yeah. Beryl was a better written neutral character. She is still a neutral character, right? It's just she's kind of had her little revelation moment. Makes me laugh, maybe for the wrong reasons. Yeah. And I think a lot of people didn't like, or at least I had heard, a lot of people didn't like Lorenz because she was like morally neutral for whatever. I don't think that's the reason they disliked her. I think it's just because we have plenty of morally neutral characters in this game. That's not new, right? I think the issue is just she doesn't feel like a character. She just feels like a plot device, which, you know, all characters are a plot device, but she is very explicitly a plot device. Midnight Whistle not good, alright, but Midnight Whistle had its issues. It's a bit of a mess. I need moral variety. That too, yeah. Like I honestly don't think it's the morality of it that bothered them. I think it's the fact that she just doesn't feel like a person. Is the mastermind playing in the background causing some down effects and same exactly. Yeah. First and last principles, bro. I know it's half a patch. I really like first and last principles. Oh, that's the last. Oh no, we have Blur on my streams as well. Because negative reception to Lorenz is just her being. Is it really that? I feel like that can't be all. We have so many immortal characters in this game. We've had them for such a long time. Why is Lorenz the one that breaks the camel's back? That's so odd to me. I don't know what her will be a role in the future stories with someone with broken ability, but sometimes that's fine for me. Yeah. B-list actor Centurion showed up early and then never. Centurion showed up to give us the stage mechanics, and that's fucking it, bro. With more Marcus and Hoffman, screen time is really that. Yeah, that too. But I mean, like, we knew all this stuff about Adler. They didn't really give us anything new in this patch, right? But like the way they show him working through his grief, like the entirety of the toy box is kind of this crucible for Adler to finally get some fucking therapy, right? You have what's his name, Ludwig, in there causing trouble, but at the end it's revealed, well, Ludwig isn't there to be a malicious entity. He's there to prevent you from fucking yourself up. And it's kind of appropriate that the final block for Adler is this wall that he cannot break down on his own. It's only after, you know, coming to terms with who he is and his own guilt and his own resentment, and, you know, kind of his being at odds with his own Arcanum blood, that he can finally get over this wall and see what's on the other side. And at the same time, it's kind of a safety mechanism, like a coping mechanism, right? He doesn't want to move forward because who knows what lies on the other side of that. It could be worse than what he's currently experiencing, but eventually he has to move forward and he finds the answer. And I think that's just I think the story as a whole is a really good allegory for, you know, this sort of regret and depression, and kind of like how Adler eventually breaks through that. Very good patch. I like it a lot. Cinema patching having some unique visuals, abridging. Oh, that too. Yeah. They had like the new UIs and stuff. Mental health service. I can imagine how busy they have a mental health service. It's Mesmer, man. Mesmer's in charge of that shit. What's the point of that story for Laplace? I believe they were looking for, like, I believe the core of the toy box shared some properties of the storm, which is how they were able to have like a storm simulation thing in the later chapters. Because First and Last Principles takes place after Varansamt, right? So this is before the 2.x series happens. And the reason they're able to simulate storm and all that shit is because of the toy box. the breakthroughs with the toy box and stuff. It was like an extended character. Honestly, yes, it feels more like an extended character story, which is appropriate because, like, it's half a patch. It makes sense. Mesmer needs therapy, so Mesmer is your therapist. Just get the League of Legends at that point. Artificial, exactly. Like, it's not a great mental health service, all right, but it's there. They have it. All right. Last one, and then we can pull. What is Polymerized Dreams? Right. Atomic Heart patch. It's not great, man. It's not great. Half of the patch was just exposition for the world of Atomic Hearts, which fine, but that doesn't leave a lot of room for actually putting up a story. The story itself is very straightforward. It's very bland. It's like, oh, things happen, we go to place, we do things are resolved, right? The only part of this story that I found particularly compelling was the end scene with what's his fucking name, man? Maxim in his own dreams, sitting at the table, and things and the clock just continuously rewinding. Like he doesn't want to leave this section of his life, and like you know he's stuck in the past. But they didn't do anything with that, right? Or if they did, it was very very minimal, to the point where it didn't really matter. So yeah, overall, very blind patch. Heavily marked around Lucy, there was a server. Yeah, she shows up once or twice, rather, once at the start, once at the end, and then in the little mini game. But like, who fucking cares? Diabolic and Blue Pock to Lock Mesmer Jr. character development that will never. She didn't really even get that much character development though. She's just kind of there doing her job, you know. At least up Schneider's to all right here. It being with Uluru and Cassandra is just a. That's true. Like I feel like there should be more. There should be more tiers in this, but I feel like you get too granular, it gets annoying. I know we'll add one more because I do think all right and not great are just kind of arbitrary at this point. That one red. This one fucking gray. Wait, what? Why did you do that? Okay. Let's do the entire story in game and just watch recaps on. Yeah, fair enough, honestly. I still need to do my recap for that thing, but I've been so behind on shit. Okay, that goes down. Oops, that goes down there. That goes down there. No, that's fine. That goes down there. That goes down there. Okay. I think that's fair. Oh, if that's the case, I know I don't think anything drops down. Yeah. Okay, that's a rating. I mean, these last two, they don't exist yet. Those haven't happened yet. All right, I need to update the fucking game. I just realized. Let's open that. It's time. It's time to fucking bolt, bro. My funds are fucked. It's so screwed. Oh, the launcher has updated as well. That's crazy. All right. Update. 3 gigabytes. It'll be done in 40 seconds. Nice. 30 polls and nothing so far. I skipped the entire story in game and just watched recaps on you. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I think your thing resent. Jesus, it sent 3 times. That's crazy. YouTube, what are you doing? Spanner treasure patch and pretty good. Couldn't understand half the shit folks are referring to. Let this finish updating. Story playing, so good luck on polls. Oh yeah, for sure. Mortal, thanks for coming in. We're not gonna be playing story today. I just want to do my polls so I don't have to fucking wait. We'll probably start it tomorrow, I think. Temporal scale. Oh, you like temporal scale? Okay. That's 3 point. That's one after this, right? Yeah. 30 polls. Hell yeah. I have to get Stranger as well. I'm kind of fucked for this patch. I'm not gonna lie. All right, start. Let me change the source here. Only stories I've watched in full are 1.7, 2.6, 2.7. Anything else I've watched is just a recap. Oh, dude, you should watch 2.5. They're so good. I gotta do one of these. Maybe this. Oh, like the tier list. Yeah, it's kind of nice just to get your thoughts in order and stuff. I'm gonna call Moth Age. What did she even do though? She didn't do anything. All right, this shit is updating, brother. Just realized this text box is really fucking small to me. There we go. 3.7 story stream probably tomorrow. We'll start it tomorrow. I'm debating whether I want to stream over the weekend or not because I do have things I need to do. It depends on how tired I'll be. If not, we'll get to the rest of it on Monday. That being said, oh, web event. I think I already did the web event. Let me check. Does anyone have the link for it? The ARG? No, I don't know anything about the ARG. Alright, so we're gonna actually read the story tomorrow, or at least start it. I'm assuming it'll take probably three streams to get it done, since it is a main story chapter. So there's a chance we'll be finishing it up on the weekend, because next week I have other stuff I want to stream, which is primarily Arknight stuff. Plus fucking videos, bro. Wait, how long are we talking? Like, can we get it done within 3 streams? Silver Palace stream went. Brother, the beta's done. What do you mean? It ended today. But I did get into beta 3, so we'll be streaming that when that happens. Gotta get the story done before main channel just spoils it all with. Brother, it's not even gonna be. They're gonna spoil it in a fucking short. I'm telling you. That or a Twitter post. God damn it. The story stream I watched was 11 hours. Okay, so we're looking more at 3 streams. Okay, that's about what I assumed to be right.
To work on your beauty rituals.
Calm down, man. Plus, pathology growing ground in terms of racing the water isn't the most realistic ideas, but it's provided in the fungus. Okay. Oh look, it's that woman who never shows up in the story. Oh my god, I am fucked this patch. Do that later. Oh, we just get her? I thought we had to do stuff for her. Just messing with you. Oh yeah. No, when it comes out again.
You saved me a room.
Why do we even have her, bro? When did she join us? Shit. Oh shh. Wait, whose artifice do we want? Fucking hell, man. Free temple and guard. There you go. Hell yeah. I don't even know whose shit is worth it. We'll do this for now. Make sure Instant knows any important yours as well. While both of you have made no contributions to the Foundation, what I'm going to accomplish as a modern assistant will eclipse your efforts in every regard. You will soon have the honor of witnessing my tremendous achievements, and you will willingly and personally hand over the Investigator of the Year award to me. Sincerely, the excellent Matilda Boniche. The reason I progress so much is because I'm a genius, not because I started low. Alright. Hey, bro. Releasable 11 PM is currently done. Wait, do they not release at the same time? That's crazy. What the fuck? Oh, what is this? What am I looking at? Alright, I guess we have a story thing. Thank you. Hello, Meryl. Wait, is it just starting the story? What the fuck?
Huh?
You are? I'm Meryl. We met during the Dawn River campaign. I was also part of the Antarctic operation.
Hello.
And it's good to see you again. About what happened there, I wish we could have done more to help you. I lost the 50-50, damn, bro. It was a difficult time for all of us. At chapter 1 scene, will it show if you just started the game? That's kind of fucked. Yeah, it was, but it didn't make me feel any less useless at the time. But now I've been reassigned to SPDM. I'll be assisting Matilda. Bro, Matilda's actually just amassing her own army at this point. Got the dude from 6. I don't know who to get a dude for. Tell me why you are here in her own suitcase. Is there something I can help you with, Meryl? I just prepared some gifts before leaving. Anyway, these are for you. Best of luck with your work. P1. I already have P1 Flutter page. That's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure the P1s that are important I've already gotten. Thank you, Meryl. You as well. I'll leave it to you two then. Goodbye. The update
This
is up,
is-
yes, Shiro. But why? She tilts her head puzzled and walks away. Dragon Tamer Story came out of that. This thing I'm so odd. If only I tried a little harder, it wouldn't have been so awkward. Incorporated gotcha into story, yeah. Like, what the hell, bro? Thank you, Vern, for everything you've done for us through the storm. She gave us the funds to pull for her. Alright. Thanks, Rhiannon. If that even is your name. This is the first time unilogs have appeared in the story. I believe so, yes. I don't believe we've actually gotten the rabbit unilog thing, no. Before. Yearly, who's the yearly bookmark for this one? Oh, it's 37. That's right. I still don't know why they didn't do like Eternity or something for Milk Day. Archetyped. Okay, I don't need all of this. Please leave me the fuck alone. Oh, but we get shit for it. Mail? Take free shit. I love free shit. Oh, was there a new episode of The Thing or no? What's this? Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh, do we have two tracks this
Perfect time to work on your beauty rituals, makeup.
Oh my
Good
god, I have to
morning.
do this one.
Really?
Gloria. I think. Is everything? The Decatones are in low, yeah. Alright, full time. How fucked are we for this? Extremely. My god, they have Sentinel here when she's getting power crap. That's so sad. Alright. 110 pulls plus 4, 790. First pull is free. Let's... I was really hoping that'd be it. God damn it. I need to pull for Stranger, brother. I can't be doing this shit to me. Alright, another 10. Let's go. Surely. Nope. Nope, I guess not. Didn't even give me a double. That's crazy. 30. God damn it. God damn it. 40? Surely we get it at 40, right? If you actually want... Because limited unit... Well, I want both of them, but limited unit, brother. Oh my god. What are we at? 50 now? Jesus Christ. We're going all the way to pity, aren't we? We're going all the way to pity. Fuck you. Fuck this game. Worst game in the fucking world. Worst fucking game in the world. I swear to God. I swear to God, give me Meryl. She is Beast, right? We're looking for Beast. Did we get a new role? We got one for the twins, I believe. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Oh my fucking God. Thank God. He hates your game. Don't do this to me, man. Don't fucking do this to me. Okay, we won the 50-50. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it.
Button.
Fantastic.
I knew you'd catch up. Does that mean you'll join us in our adventures?
She's so
Wait,
different, bro.
It's more like the other way around, isn't it? Since you're taking us wherever you go.
What the fuck happened to you, brother? Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. Get me the fuck out of here. We're good. These orange things, they're not used for anything else, but I can just buy whatever here. Are we getting the garment selector? Oh, I forgot about that.
What's with the silent
Let's see.
treatment? Do I mean...
Okay, that's just that. Okay, that's garment shop shit. Turn of special guest? What is this? Oh, okay, this is I'm not seeing it here. Scrap. Okay, this is just... What is this, actually? Oh, is this spending bonus? Is that what this is? Yeah, it is, okay. 1 hour left. Is it region? Is it based on region, then? Share the luck. I need to win. Good luck, bro. Good luck. 50-50, surely, right? It's 50-50. Spending event, okay. Yeah, I'm not saying it. October for... Oh, wow. So we have to wait a month on that? Damn. Over a month. What the hell? Wait, why do we have to wait till October? What the hell? Alright.
Oh, just play along.
Alright. Okay, this is probably gonna play the cutscene. We don't need to watch that again. Is there anything in here that I need to be concerned about? Oh, does Eagle actually show up in this one? What the hell? We're not gonna get another spending event? Oh. God damn it. God damn it. Oh. Oh no, it's Flower Man. Alright. Well, I'm probably gonna spend regardless, so might as well make use of that.
Can
Wait,
you
where is it?
imagine that
Is this
quite
one?
a number of scientists...
There's one, okay. How do you get, like, how much do you get per spending? Pick one of 3. Oh, we get 2 characters. Have all of them. Alright, fuck you. Fuck you, bro. I'm gonna probably this one is, or actually this one might be more useful. Unique selectable garments. Please. You know what? I'm not gonna complain, it's fine. It's the end side when they right. Okay, so we have to wait. I see. Blue pocket. Oh, did people just not like it or what? Damn. I'd like more. Like, I'm spending anyways. I might as well get paid for that shit. PvP skins, I got everything for the you. Alright, cause I need to get the skins and the BP at the very least. Maybe I top up multiple months of the
Good morning. Really?
the thing of the monthly pass. Alright. Do we know who I should get a P1 of? Like I don't know. I have no earthly idea. Probably some of the Photomancy, right? So Zold or TF or something. Backlash on 3.7 due to multiple. Oh, was the spending thing one of them? Damn, bro. I feel like that's just more options though. Why would you get upset at that? Like, you don't have to participate. Or Scissors Kid revealed to see if I pick Eagle or otherwise it's Lorenz. Do some research. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some research first. See who actually has like a 412.
Good morning.
Okay.
Really? Don't tell me you came all this way just for that.
Yeah. We'll start the story tomorrow. I think that's all we have to do for tonight, though. Is anyone online? No. Alright. I'm gonna go to bed. We will start the story tomorrow. We might finish it over the weekend, depending on how tired I am. And that's gonna be all, I think. We got our tier list, we got our polls. Everything is fine. Alright, thank you guys for coming in. I am gonna go to bed. Alright, bye-bye.